How many decades have passed while this treasure was forgotten in the shadows? This M1911 has been reduced to a heavy mass of iron oxide, a shield of destruction that has completely seized every corner of its mechanism. The faint light from the workshop window barely pierces the thick dust of history coating its surface. I run my hand along the frame, feeling the decay of what was once legendary steel. The hammer is frozen in time. Metal and rust have fused into a single, immovable entity. Looking down the slide, the deep pitting poses a difficult question. Can we save the steel core beneath? Even the trigger is blackened, with oxidation having erased every trace of metallic luster. I begin with a drop of penetrating oil, letting the liquid slowly seep into every crevice, softening the joints that have stiffened after years of neglect. The resistance of the old screws is my first challenge, but eventually, the rotted wooden grips give way, revealing the hidden trauma beneath. Inside is an ecosystem of abandonment, dirt, grit, and the remnants of time. With gentle taps from a rubber mallet, I separate the frame from the slide, exposing a recoil spring that is completely worn and devoid of its original tension. Rusty dust falls like the sands of time as I struggle to rotate the barrel bushing. The barrel emerges, looking more like a scrap iron pipe than the soul of a world-renowned firearm. The firing pin is gummed up with ancient grease, and every tiny component, from the sear to the hammer, is meticulously salvaged from the corroded mechanical labyrinth. Once all the parts are disassembled and laid out, the purification begins. I submerge the metal in a specialized solution where chemistry begins its miracle. The bubbling reaction signal that the rust is finally letting go. Electrolysis is applied as a powerful therapy to strip away the most stubborn oxide layers. As I lift them from the bath, the murky water carries away the decay, revealing the glint of steel starting to peek through after some aggressive wire brushing. After drying with compressed air, the raw steel is revealed, marked by deep scars. I start with coarse sandpaper, patiently leveling the imperfections, then move through finer grits to restore the crispness of the edges. Every contour is refined, and the bore is cleared and polished until it shines like a mirror. Under the buffing wheel, the metal begins to flow, glowing brilliantly and reflecting the restorer's dedication. I carefully re-etch the faded serial numbers, reclaiming the identity of this legend. Before entering the bluing stage, the steel is completely degreased. I carefully apply the bluing solution, witnessing a magical chemical transformation as a deep, dark blue-black hue begins to spread. The entire frame is immersed in a hot bluing tank, with steam rising to unveil a powerful new appearance. After an oil soak to lock in the color, I wipe away the excess with a soft cloth, revealing its true presence. The contrast is perfect. Compared to the pile of rust at the start, this is a true rebirth from the ashes. Now comes the time to breathe life back into the soul of the weapon. The trigger returns to its seat, empowered by a drop of golden oil. The rhythmic coordination of the hammer, sear, and safety starts to produce those crisp, mechanical clicks that are so deeply satisfying. The firing pin, a new recoil spring, and the extractor are installed with absolute precision. As the slide and frame lock together, a sharp snap marks the completion of the structure. Finally, I install a pair of luxurious black walnut grips, accented by fine gold-plated screws. I rack the slide for the first time, and it feels incredibly smooth. The hammer sits at the ready, and a test pull of the trigger yields a sharp, powerful snap. The M1911 now lies proudly in a red velvet box, no longer a forgotten piece of scrap metal, but a work of art, a legend fully restored.